Okay, hi YouTube. I'm going to call this Winter Warmers. I'm going to do a little series on winter dishes, you know, nice warm food that we can come home to when the weather gets a bit cold. And these are comfort foods, really. What I'm going to do for you tonight is a thing called Toad in the Hole. And it's a quintessentially English dish. I'm going to do it with creamy mashed potato and a onion gravy. So ingredients, what I've chosen to do tonight is to use pork and beef sausages, but you can use you know, some more top end sausages if you want. I've got some beautiful sausages here, that caramelized red onion sausages and Bramley apple, you know, which are also quite nice. But tonight what we're going to do is just the traditional pork and beef sausage. All the ingredients you need are in front of you. So we need plain flour, we need a cup of milk, and we need an egg, and your sausages. That's about it. Let's get some of this underway. Back soon. Okay, you need a baking tray. What I've got is a little one here. Going to cook 5 sausages in this. It's going to be enough for me and my wife and the 2 girls. I've just used a nice olive oil really, but what we're going to do with that is put it in the oven at about 180, and we need to get it nice and hot. I mean, the hotter the oil the better, so in that goes. Right, next thing we're going to do is mix up the Yorkshire pudding. Really simple, you know. Pick a container. In this instance I've got my favourite little cooking mug, and completely full of milk in a mixing bowl. Going to fill the same container up with just good old-fashioned plain flour. Okay, same again. In it goes. And in with that we're going to put 1 egg. Okay, mix it up till it's nice and smooth. Just to tell you about the history of Toad in the Hole really. Toad in the Hole comes from an incident that first happened in 1733, I think it was. A geologist was cutting stone out of a quarry. Pieces of stone about 10 foot long, 3 foot wide, Portland sandstone for building in London. And one of the labourers hit a rock with a hammer, and it cracked open, and inside was a perfectly formed toad. And absolutely baffled science over the years as to how this toad got within this tomb of rock. But it was in some sort of hibernation type state, and it's happened fairly regularly over the years up to the present date. The toad inside's not a fossil. It's an actual toad, you know, flesh animal that's evolved within a piece of completely contained within a piece of rock. And this dish is just a kind of celebration of this phenomenon really. But that's our Yorkshire pudding mix. I guess in the US this is how you guys would make pancakes. But equal quantities of milk and of plain flour and an egg. Okay, when that's done, this is the top secret. Put it in the fridge. The colder this is, the better. The hotter the fat is, the better. Okay, here are my sausages that I've, the pork and beef that I've decided to do. Going to do a onion gravy. So I've got one sort of fairly large red onion here, I suppose. Just going to zip off the outside and cut it up, get it in the pan and start to fry it off in some hot oil. Best way to do your onion is simply to zip it down the middle and then just cut it in slices. Okay, that's our onion, and that's going into a nice hot frying pan. and we're going to start to fry that off. Something else that I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a spoonful of demerara sugar into the frying pan so that the onions will caramelise. What I'm going to mix up with the onions is some gravy. I'm going to mix up about a litre of gravy. I'm just using Bisto gravy granules. 3 teaspoons of gravy powder and about a litre of water. Okay, just adding the litre of gravy. What we're going to do next is put our potatoes on. I'm going to cut them quite small because we're just going to mash them up. Okay, let's get this baking tray out of the oven. Should be nice and hot. There you go. The mix comes straight out of the fridge. What we're going to do now is just put the mix into the baking tray. And all we're going to do now, nice and simply, just drop our sausages into the mix. And that's as complicated as it is. Back in the oven, keep an eye on it, I reckon 25-30 minutes. Okay, so the onions are starting to reduce down in the gravy. It's nice thick onion gravy, which is going to be absolutely lovely. Like I say, this is really a winter warmer. This is comfort food. Okay, my potatoes are pretty much done now. Got a colander goes straight in the sink. Potatoes off the heat. Drain those in the colander. And mash the potatoes as normal. Knob of butter, splash of milk, and mash. I haven't got any measurements for you for the milk and the butter, just depends on how creamy you want them. Okay YouTube, so toad in the hole with onion gravy, mashed potato, and I've just put another British delicacy on the side there, mushy peas. That's it, as always. Any comments? Love to hear them. Back soon.